Hello, hello, hello. Check, check, check. Am I audible? If my face looks puffy, which it is, it's just because I just woke up. So forgive me for that. Yeah. Okay, so hi and welcome back to this little corner of the internet where I share, you know, things about my life, but most importantly about books, the books that I like, the books that I read in a month, or a book haul or something like that. So today, what I have for you is basically the book haul from Kolkata Boy Mela. So if you don't know what Kolkata Boy Mela is, it is basically it's this big, by the way, all other books. But Kolkata Boy Mela, for those who do not have any context about it, is a book fair which is conducted by Calcutta government, which means the state government, of course. And there are basically it's an international book fair, and there are basically many guilds, many stalls, many kinds of you know different varieties of foods and different kinds of cultures being depicted out there. There's maybe a stall from Bangladesh, there's maybe a stall from Germany, something from USA, something from Australia, something from Japan, something from Africa. So there are different kinds of, for example, okay, so there are different kinds of things. So it started, I guess, on the 28th of February and ended um, today. So today's, sorry, 28th of January and ended today, which is the 9th of February, which is today. We went there yesterday and it was really, really beautiful. As in, it was very organized. There were many police staffs at several points out there to help you or to manage the chaos that it was. There were film directors that we saw who were talking about films and characters. For those who do not know, um, I'm sorry, but for those who know, we got to saw Parambroto, which, if you know, he is a very good actor, director, producer, and we also got to see Srijit Mukhopadhyay. He was talking about Feluda, which is a very famous character written by Satyajit Ray. So he was talking about converting those into films. So that's great. Anyway, so about the book haul, books at the book fair are quite overpriced, no matter where you buy them from. It may be from Starmark or Oxford, or maybe from Penguin or HarperCollins, Crossword. There are these different kinds of stalls, but at each of these places, the MRPs are heightened up, hyped up, and then they give 10% discount. So there is really no necessity to buy a book from book fair, right? Logically. But for the experience of it, if you really want to go for it, you can buy books from book fair. But you will be pronounced as a donkey by the rest of your peer group. If you're okay with that, please go ahead. I am a donkey by birth, so I really make stupid choices. All of these books that I'm going to show you are available in Amazon and Flipkart for less than, I guess, half of these MRPs. Each of these books is like 600, 700 rupees, which is a lot. Which is a lot. But let's begin. So the first book that we have is a classic, A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf. So it's a classic, and I wanted to buy this for a long time. So it reads something like, so long as you write what you wish to write, that is all that matters, and whether it matters for ages or only for hours, nobody can say. So that's A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf. Second two books that we bought, these are all from Penguin, by the way. Penguin has got an offer going on, which is if you buy two classics, you will get one classic free, but then you can't choose what your free book would be. Your free book would be the one with the lowest price. So that's something. Um, we got Haruki Murakami, A Wild Sheep Chase. We're slowly building up our Murakami collection because I love Murakami's magical realism genre of writing style. It's a genre, but also the way that he writes and strings sentences. It reveals his outlook and kind of his perspective towards life, which draws me into Murakami a lot because I like to think of life in that way, in the way that Murakami writes. So that's something. The next book that we've got is First Person Singular by Haruki Murakami. I was also about to buy the other ones, Sputnik Sweetheart, The Elephant Vanishes, Novelist as a Vocation, Absolutely on Music, 1Q84, but I didn't have so much money. And also, I just realized that I could have just ordered it on Amazon or on Flipkart, where I would probably get these at. I bought this book last year at the Kolkata Book Fair, I think on 28th of February or something, and I still did not manage to, like get into it. I did not even start reading the book. It is just is a showpiece at this point. I'm talking about A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. So many people have referred to this as torture porn, or many people have referred to this as too traumatic, too intense, not for the fragile of heart. So I'm really intrigued, but not enough intrigued to give it a read, apparently. God knows when I'll get to it. The next book we have is Heaven by Mieko Kawakami. This is Japanese literature, and basically, I don't know why did I get this. Probably because Jack Edwards had recommended, or because one of the booktubers, probably Kriti Sachan, if you know her, I follow her on Instagram, and she probably recommended this. I don't recall as well. Anyway, the next one we have is Great Japanese Short Stories. So on the back it says, ranging from witty send-up of modern social graces to a powerful evocation of the aftermath of the atomic bombing of Hiroshima, this remarkable collection includes works from beloved authors such as Junosuke Akutagawa, Murakami, and more. Great. I love Japanese short stories. I love the minimalism. I love the subtlety, but the sometimes just the plainness with which they write, which fascinates me. On that note, the next book is On Love by Charles Bukowski. Now, Bukowski is one man who has managed to influence my life a lot, uh, just because we share the same views on life, on society, on love, and I'm aware about Bukowski's life and how it was a chaotic mess. But I am okay with whoever he was, however he lived his life. He lived his life in a very authentic and genuine way. He did not pretend to be someone else than who he was, which is great. He liked scotch, he liked whiskey, he liked drinking, he liked poetry. That's what he kind of devoted his life to, which is great for me. Anybody that is authentic and genuine to their own selves, man, you have a place in my heart. I have listened to some of Bukowski's poems, actually, many of Bukowski's poems. And one of my favorites is So You Wanna Be a Writer. And the second of my favorite poems is probably Bluebird, or I think We Don't Need a Leader Anymore, or something like that. I forget the name. Um, yeah, and then in Beautiful Boy, I think they played out one of the poems by Charles Bukowski. I don't remember. Peace, I think it was called. Let Peace Enfold You or something. I don't remember. But yeah, I love Bukowski. I love his interviews. I love the way he talks. I love him as a human being. The only thing that I don't love is how he portrays, rather objectifies women as just objects of sexual fulfillment, which I don't completely agree with because, you know, as in Little Woman, Joe had said this, women have hearts as well as heads and they can love, but love is not the only thing that they're capable of. They have an intellect, and a working one at that. The next book that we've got is The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. So, Toni Morrison, I don't know, I just wanted to read some of her writing, so I picked up this book. On the cover, it says it's so charged with the pain and wonder that the novel becomes poetry. That's wonderful. The last book that I picked up for this book fair, all of these books are very short. It's not more than 300 pages at max, except A Little Life, which is something that I wanted to show you because I'm lazy. I wanted to show you that yes, there are books from the last book fair also that have not been read by the human being who bought them a year before. But I'm not very lazy because, well, I am very lazy, but I have managed to read a lot of books, about 60-70 books last year. I just didn't make a video on it. Anyway, this is The Vegetarian by Han Kang. So this has been described, as most people who read it, as very disturbing, very unsettling, and very sharp and blunt. So I just wanted to give this a read, and with that, my book fair haul ends. So if you have visited the book fair this year, make sure to drop a comment down below and let me know how you found the book fair was for you. Did it treat it well? For me, I had about 4 scoops of Metro Dairy ice cream, which was the highlight of my trip to Kolkata Book Fair. And I bought a lot of good books, and I happened to see a lot of handsome men and a lot of gorgeous girls who put a lot of effort into their dressing, unlike me. So happy for you all, and yeah, the experience was lovely. Let me know which books you picked up from book fair, or which books you plan to pick up from the book fair if you visited today, or just let me know if any of these books seem to be your kind of thing, or if you're open enough to include all of these in your heart. Anyway, bye. Stay tuned for the next one though, and take care. Bye bye.